In the video today, I will be showing you how to use the two-leaf external wall calculator. It's very simple and straightforward and is designed to be used by those even with the most rudimentary computer skills. To get started, we simply click on Create New Job. We select Quote from the job template. We'll wait a couple of seconds and up will pop the job creation screen. So here we go. So I'm going to go with an extension. So I'll select the job type, so extension here. We can obviously select any of the tools that we need here. I'm going to go with Apex Valley Roof single store extension, but it of course could be any of the tools here. We enter the job name, so it can be whatever it needs to be. So it could be for Mr. Evans. It could be whoever. Oh, in fact, let's spell it correctly. There we go. It's for a single story extension. It's the 18th job on this system here. I'm going to use the master price book the software has built in, and of course we are going to select a start date for the job, so sometime next year, so whenever that may be. You simply get that selected, select a date you're happy with, the 16th of March next year, and we'll allow the system to automatically calculate the build program based upon the workbooks that I use. I'll go with an extension spec, so it selects the materials, the labour, the plant and so on that's most used for typical extensions. And of course the mini spec allows me to alter any materials that may be specific to this job that you want to tell the system to use straight away before we begin any calculating of the costs. We can also do the profit markup for each of the sections for overhead markup and the overall profit markup. And indeed, we can review inflation rates and when the inflation obviously kicks in to ensure that any jobs that you do, software automatically calculates the costing in for any inflated costs that may accrue as you go along. So once you're happy there, hit close, we hit create a job, and then we wait a little while the system brings all the estimating calculators together that it believes we need for a small extension here. Remember, what I am showing you here though is the two-leaf extension, so the two-leaf external wall estimating calculator here. I should say, let's show you how it fits together and how it works, allows you to do your estimating using it. So just wait a couple of moments while it does that for us. Okay, here we go. Now we can select where to select the estimated calculator from. But first of all, before I do that, in fact, the software would like me to confirm the areas that we'd like to include into the extension here. So things like the site establishment, site strip, if there's any scaffolding and so on. So basically the basic costs that you'll accrue while doing a small extension. So it's simply a case of selecting the items that you'd like, and they will then be allowed into the software or included into the job, and then you can obviously calculate those costs accordingly. Once you're happy with what is selected, we go to select, like so, and then for the extension, we confirm the length of the extension, so whatever it may be, so maybe it's 6.5 meters long, and then obviously across. It has a quick think as it's going to add that information in to the costings for all all materials, labour and plant, because software is automatically calculating for all the lengths and the widths of the not only the walls, the roof, everything. And then I can confirm the width of the extension, so perhaps it's 3.5 meters. You may notice over here the cost will automatically be adjusted by the system as it takes the new dimensions into account. You can see it's dropped from 33 to 29 based upon those costs. So it's automatically doing all the costing for us before we actually have to key anything beyond the length and the width of the extension. So now we need to go to the calculator for the two-leaf external wall calculator. We can either do that on the main estimate side here with all the estimating calculators here to the left, or we can jump to it using the tool here as well. I'm just going to go to it using the main estimate option here, so I'll click on the two-leaf external wall option. It's asking a question you would like to use the following calculators first. I'm going to say no for the purposes of today's video demonstration, but of course you can obviously go through that information to update it accordingly, like so. So the system will now bring up the calculator for us. There we go. So this is the external walls that it's automatically created for us. I can open this workbook simply by clicking on open, like so, and then the system will bring all the dimensions in that it has calculated for us based upon the information we've keyed in there. I can of course go to Dimension Wizard, like so. On the first screen that we are presented with, we are given the specifications. It allows me to adjust any of the materials that are being used here to your preferred type, preferred costings, and we simply go to the list from the drop down arrow and select the items that we like to use. We click through onto the next tab, and then we can obviously confirm any of the details on this first wall, as you can see, all the various aspects that are available. We then go to any openings that we may have keyed in. We just click through here, like so. As you can see, also we haven't any entered at the moment. We do the same for the gable, indeed, any of the other aspects of the job, and it drops me out of that screen. What I have done is shown you the automated side of things. Well, what I can now do is go through the process manually, so you can actually see how you can actually do it manually. So I'll click on Add Column after clicking the initial column that I had there, and this will allow me to do it all manually. So I'm going to select the type of wall that I'm starting to build. So I'm going to do a ground floor single story wall. I then select the type of foundation that I would like to build with. I then hit select. The system will then have a think for a couple of seconds, and up will pop the Dimension Wizard where I can key in the information. On the first screen that appears, we have the specifications. It allows us to alter the main materials used in the build of this outer leaf wall. It allows us to select bricks, blocks, any sand. On the next screen, we then begin keying in the dimensions. The height of the wall, of course, the length of the wall, we then confirm the details in terms of the height of the coursing blocks. If the main wall is parged, if plastered, is there any areas that are left unplastered? Of course, are we going to be decorating obviously the main wall? Is the main wall going to be skimmed? Is it going to be decorated? If there's going to be any areas that are left obviously unskimmed. Once we've done that, we can then of course go across to any openings that we'll be adding into the obviously the main wall, and to do that we simply go to openings. To do that, we'll click on the openings tab and we can add the openings in. We can also select the type of openings. We click it on the menu here, select the type of opening we'd like to add in the width, add in the height, and of course the lintel height there as well. And if there's any other openings, we can consider them. Obviously it's going to the main wall here, so that is the window added. We can then add further openings in as we require. So I'm going to add in a door, like so. I select the door height, width rather. And bear in mind it's actually in meters, so I'll actually correct myself here. So I'm going to correct the window height, so it's 1.2, it's not 1200 wide window, it's actually 1.2 wide window and 1.2 high window, so that's 1200 mils or 1.2 meters. Of course the door will be a 2.1 meter high door, or whatever height it needs to be. We then go through to the gables, and we can confirm all the details on the gables as required. So if we get involved in the gables, we confirm the height and the width of the gable, and we can then go down to actually the plastering of the gable itself. So we can confirm the width of the coloured ceiling, we confirm the height of the ceiling, and if the wall, well, the gable area is plastered, is it parged, is it decorated, is skirted, and so on. We then go through to the parapet, and again, once again, we can confirm all the details here as we require. So we just simply click through the boxes, confirming information here as we go along, clicking through each of the boxes, confirming the data. It's very simple, straightforward, and easy to do, as you can see. Click through onto the foundations, and we can confirm the foundation depth below the site strip, and we obviously confirm the actual width of the excavation that we need there, obviously the structural concrete thickness that's required as we need. Obviously make certain it's always in meters, so 1.2 meters. If you put 1200 in here, it'll be 1200 meters wide, which we don't want. Also, we can confirm the structural concrete thickness as we require, so 0.9 here, and then as if there's any mass concrete. And then we can confirm all the finer details here by clicking yes and no on the slider boxes. So it really is that simple, straightforward in terms of the information that we're confirming here. Simple yes no answers that we're selecting and keying the information in for. So once we've done that, obviously we can confirm any of the details that we need. We then click through to finally to the footings, and we obviously can confirm the splash course depth, and so on and so forth. And it really is simply a case of going through each of the boxes, confirming the information that is required. And it is simple and straightforward, because quite literally it is telling you what it's asking, what it needs for you to confirm the details for the footings here. And it really is that simple. Once we're happy with that there, we can confirm if there's a separate DBC. But once we're happy with information, we click on OK. And that is how you would manually build a wall in the software as well. So we've gone through the automated side of things, and of course we've gone through the manual way of estimating a wall for the extension here. And it really is that simple and straightforward. Obviously we can see all the materials that have gone through here by clicking on the calculator resources section. And of course, again, like previously, if you'd like to alter anything, we can just simply select the item we'd like to change, click on change resource, and up will pop the menu, and we select the alternative material that we would like to choose from the list. It really is that simple and straightforward. If you want to find something, we simply type in the type of item that we're looking for, like so. So I've typed in building sand here, and up will come anything, obviously with the words building or sand. Yes. Again, we select the item that we need from the list, what we'd like to use, click on it, hit select, and it's brought in. And then click on OK, and it's done. And that is how you use the 2-leaf external wall calculator. Thanks for watching.